Before streaming, before cable, even before most homes had more than one TV set, there was one woman who made the whole country laugh at once. Her face lit up living rooms. Her voice echoed down hallways. And her timing, well, it was simply perfect. Lucille Ball didn't just star in a sitcom. She changed television forever. Today, we're looking at 10 ways Lucille Ball became the queen of TV comedy with I Love Lucy. 1. Breaking ground with I Love Lucy. When I Love Lucy premiered in 1951, television was still young. Families gathered around tiny black and white screens, and Lucille Ball, with her fiery red hair and unmatched expressions, instantly became a household name. The show was groundbreaking, bringing slapstick comedy into living rooms with charm and energy. Unlike other sitcoms of the time, Lucy's humor wasn't mean-spirited. It was warm, relatable, and unforgettable. The laughter she sparked helped make TV America's favorite pastime. 2. The famous chocolate factory scene. Perhaps the most iconic moment of Lucy's career was the chocolate assembly line episode. Watching Lucy and Ethel scramble to keep up with conveyor belt candies is comedy perfection. Her wide-eyed panic, her stuffed cheeks, and her physical timing turned a simple setup into legend. Even decades later, this scene is studied in film schools and replayed in documentaries. It proved that physical comedy, when done with heart, never goes out of style. 3. A real-life love story on screen. Lucy didn't just play opposite a co-star, she played opposite her real husband, Desi Arnaz. Together, they brought their marriage to life on screen, turning their personal chemistry into television magic. Their relationship wasn't always easy behind the scenes, but on screen, it was heartfelt and hilarious. At a time when mixed marriages weren't often seen on TV, they broke barriers simply by being themselves. It was love, laughter, and a little bit of chaos rolled into one. 4. Inventing the rerun. When Lucy became pregnant with her second child, the show faced a problem. How do you keep I Love Lucy on the air while she rests? The answer was to re-air old episodes, a first for television. What seemed like a simple solution actually invented the concept of the rerun. Today, reruns are part of TV's DNA, but it all started with Lucy. Families could now relive their favorite episodes over and over. 5. Filming in front of a live audience. Most sitcoms of the early 50s used canned laughter. But Lucy and Desi wanted something real. So, they filmed I Love Lucy in front of a live studio audience. The laughter was genuine, and it gave every episode a sense of spontaneity. It was like theater and television blended together, and the energy was electric. That tradition still lives on in many sitcoms today. 6. Founding Desilu Productions. Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz weren't just actors, they were pioneers behind the camera. Together they formed Desilu Productions, a company that went on to produce classic shows like Star Trek and The Untouchables. Lucy even became the first woman to run a major Hollywood studio. She wasn't just America's funny lady, she was a business trailblazer. Few stars have left such a lasting mark both in front of and behind the camera. 7. The grape stomping scene. Another unforgettable moment came when Lucy stomped grapes in Italy. What began as a playful scene turned chaotic when Lucy slipped, slid, and wrestled with her co-star inside the vat. Her ability to make physical comedy feel both clumsy and graceful was unmatched. Fans still talk about that scene, proof that Lucy could take something simple and turn it into pure comedy gold. 8. Portraying pregnancy on television. In 1952, Lucille Ball's real-life pregnancy became part of the show. At the time, TV rarely mentioned such things. In fact, CBS wouldn't even let them use the word pregnant on air. They had to say expecting. Despite this, the storyline was a hit, and more than 40 million viewers tuned in for the birth of little Ricky. It was a groundbreaking moment in TV history, showing that real life could be part of the sitcom world. 9. A face made for comedy. Lucy's genius wasn't just in scripts or timing, it was in her face. She could twist her expressions, widen her eyes, and pull an audience into the joke without saying a word. Few actors in history have been able to do so much with silence. Her facial comedy became her signature and remains instantly recognizable. Even today, One glance at Lucy's iconic expressions can make people laugh. 10. A legacy of laughter. When I Love Lucy ended in 1957, Lucille Ball didn't fade away. She continued acting, producing, and mentoring younger comedians. Generations grew up watching her in reruns, making her a permanent part of American culture. She proved that comedy could be smart, physical, and filled with heart. Her crown as the queen of TV comedy has never been challenged and probably never will be. Lucille Ball wasn't just funny, she was fearless. She changed the rules of television, brought families together, and gave us moments that still make us laugh today. Her spirit reminds us that humor is timeless, and that sometimes the best way to face life is with a smile and a little mischief. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who loves classic TV, and subscribe for more stories from the golden age of entertainment.